air, water, earth, fire. Across eras and generations, they have been the instruments of positive and negative, peace and chaos. No obstacle can be overcome without a journey to discover one's self. And only a fool travels alone.
Another episode of The Legend of the Four Nations, the Avatar tabletop RPG. I am your game master, and we have Tunzo, the Firebender.
Happy to be here.
Good to have you. We have Onda, the Waterbender.
Let's do it. Let's go.
And we have Slate, the Earthbender. For anyone that's new or needs catching up, we are playing the Avatar tabletop RPG called Avatar Legends by Magpie Games. This is a campaign called The Legend of the Four Nations. The idea being it's going to span across multiple eras of the Avatar universe, and we're right in the beginning. We're in episode 2, The Lost Treasure of Chameleon Bay.
Did you make that up?
The name of the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Well,
The Fifth Nation, The Lost Treasure, all original
content.
Original content.
There's a guy pulling a string. Yeah.
If anyone needs to catch up, we have it on our YouTube, youtube.com/unranked podcast. We have our prologue. We have our first episode. But basically to catch people up, to catch you up, maybe, to give you a little reminder of where we last left off, the three of you have been recruited for a mission of sorts that has promised both wealth and notoriety. And you were at Arrowhead Port. You managed to find Ling, the captain of the Eelhound. He took you out of Arrowhead Port and was bringing you into Chameleon Bay to then continue your journey onto the capital city of Ba Sing Se of the Earth Kingdom. At which point, the three of you were hanging below deck. Everything was smooth sailing. You guys were forming a bond of sorts until ka-chunk, something stops the ship. It comes to an abrupt halt. Onda rushes. Tunzo pushes Onda. He's like, look, you formed a friendship with this guy Ling. You go find out what's wrong. Onda scurries up onto the top of the deck to find a pirate ship filled with crew. And Ling turns to Onda and warns him and says, and points to Chugognak, who is the captain of this ship, and says to Onda, whatever you do, I would listen to her. She is Chugognak, the captain of the pirate fleet. So that is where we are. Onda is up on top. Tunzo and Slate are below deck, and as the Eelhound starts to kind of get pulled in by these grappling hooks, essentially, that several of her pirate crew have latched onto the side, Chugognak brings up a wave of water, converts it into ice, and basically slides down and onto the deck of the Eelhound. And so Slate and Tunzo, they hear like something land on top of the deck. Remember, they're still both under the ka-chunk. Not as big of a ka-chunk as when the ship got hooked, but a ka-chunk.
Yeah.
A ka-chunk.
So that was more like a clink, clink, clink.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the sound effects, Chris. Onda, sorry. Onda also master of
Yeah,
sound
there's no
effects,
Chris.
not in
Chris.
his profile, but that is also something to know about Onda, master of sound effects. So Chugognok lands on top, and she turns to Ling. She looks at Onda and kind of looks him up and down, looks at his very peculiar, unique wear, and kind of starts pacing along the top of the eelhound, kind of getting her surroundings. Turns to Ling and says, "Oh, Ling, long time no see." And Ling says to Chugognok, he was like, "Chugognok, I heard you were patrolling the eastern waters." And Chugognok goes, "That is just something I fed my various informants. I've been in Chameleon Bay this whole time." And Ling kind of rubs his temple and like looks at Onda like, "I'm sorry about this." And Chugognok is pacing around and sees Onda's turtle shell backpack ornament. To describe it, right? Is that how you describe it?
Yeah, kind of like I look like kind of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Very.
You look like Master Roshi.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I love that. So Chugognok looks at that, and then she comes in front of Onda, circles around them, comes in front of Onda and Ling, and says to both of them, she's like, "I've heard of this mysterious tribe of waterbenders, a long rumor, a legend, if you will, about a mysterious tribe of waterbenders that lives somewhere in the eastern waters between the Fire Nation and the Earth Kingdom. And not much is known, but this turtle shell reminds me of some of the stories that I've heard." And she kind of leaves it open there for a response from anyone.
Yeah, it seems like it's not that big of a mystery because I just happen to wear this turtle shell, but you're the third person in a couple days now to bring this up to me. So everyone talks about it like it's this unknown thing. I've never heard of it, but people keep telling me about it. I don't know why. They must love turtles like I do. That's all I could guess.
Gotcha. She looks Onda dead in the eye and asks, "I hear these people are capable waterbenders. Would you consider yourself a capable waterbender?"
My family was shipwrecked, and I was raised by my parents, who were both they were both lost during a stormy winter day when we were out at sea. And I don't know. I believe I know whatever they taught me, but I don't belong to a water tribe, so I don't, I wouldn't have anything to compare to.
But you have waterbending talents.
I do, yes, just as my parents did.
Good to know. Chugognok looks at Ling and says, "Is there anyone else on this ship?" And Ling, taking his own advice that he'd given to Onda, immediately squeals. Chugognok has his proverbial dick in her hands, and he says,
I feel like if this was the show, it would cut to like me and Slate like around the corner, like peering.
Is that what you're doing? Are you kind of are you peering from below
I don't know
deck?
what Slate. I don't know what Slate's doing, but I am peering as if I was like Sokka. Would definitely be like peering around the corner, like you got caught, but like you're not trying to be obvious, but little laughs for the kids in the show. So yeah, I'm peering around the corner.
You're peering around the corner. Slate, what are you doing?
I'm still down below deck, ignoring this whole
You're
fucking
like,
thing.
I don't want to.
I'm like looking for a hiding place.
Ling immediately squeals. He says, "I've got 2 more aboard. I'm taking them to Chameleon Bay, the port of Chameleon Bay."
Then I jump in. I'm like, I'll go get them for you because I want to get out of here. Like, I want to get out of this situation. I want to get his thought process off of me. So I Just say that, and as I'm saying, I'm walking away. I'm walking towards to go down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get Tunzo and Slate because I need their help right now.
Chukognak sees Tunzo. She's very aware. She's very sharp. She sees his bulging eyes looking above the top, and she's like, "Thank you for telling me the truth, Ling. Good thing you didn't lie, because one of them is right there." So Onda is making his way to Tunzo and Slate. Chukognak feels like everyone's kind of, we're all kind of keeping it cool right now, so she's going to wait and see what Onda is going to do here.
So I go to head downstairs because I had my back to them. I don't know they're actually up there under the tarp. And then I'm down there in the hall, and I want to make it sound like I'm doing something. So I'm just like, "Come on, Slate, why don't you come up and
I kick you.
Just a couple minutes, ow."
I step on your foot. I'm like, "Be quiet." She doesn't need to know who I am.
Chukognak yells from above, "I can hear you, all three of you down there. You might want to come out."
All right, they're coming out. Slate and Tunzo are coming out.
Slate quickly covers up her rock fucking jewels under her eye because she doesn't really want to be noticed.
Okay. All right. Are you guys heading up?
Oh yeah, I'm already caught.
Okay, so
I'm caught.
So Tunzo is already climbed.
I'm already caught.
Gotcha.
It's like that classic, you're behind the curtain, but everyone knows you're there, so it's time to, you're caught.
Okay.
And I go up with Onda.
Owns.
And I'm walking up, and we come out, and
So Chukognak looks over at Tunzo, looks at Slate, sees her kind of smock, her like pocketed apron thing all up and down, Tunzo's flowing locks. She goes, You two wouldn't happen to be benders, would you? As well?
Depends on what you mean by bending.
I'm going to lie. I am not a bender, Chooks.
All right,
Sorry.
you're gonna have to roll. You're gonna have to trick. You have to try and trick her here.
Yeah, Slate. I think we should not admit to us being benders.
I'm gonna
in this moment.
I'm gonna half truth this.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna tell her that I'm a creative bender and I make my living by making art.
What the fuck does that mean?
But that means
that is a trick.
You
That's
are
still
an
a trick.
But that means you are an earthbender nonetheless.
You're an earthbender that's capable of doing very fine, detailed, specific work.
That sounds like exactly what you've just described to me. So that's good to know. But you, Tunzo, what is your answer to my question?
I am not a bender.
Okay, so you're gonna roll to try and trick Chukognak.
Chooks. All right. What am I rolling here? Just roll.
Yeah, just roll.
I got a 6.
Okay, so you got a 6. What's your creativity?
+2.
Okay, great. So this worked. You can pick one. You can take a +1 forward to acting against them. They can act foolishly. And I tell you what additional opportunity you are given. Or they overcommit and they are deceived for some time.
No. Number two.
Okay, they act foolishly. The GM tells you what additional opportunity they gave you. So she looks at Tunzo, and she realizes based on his appearance, he must not be a very particularly powerful bender, or if a bender at all, second class citizen. Based on he certainly couldn't fire hop his way down into a valley,
right?
If he were a firebender, and basically what the opportunity that I'm going to give you here, because there's nothing like immediate that you can take action of, but I will say that like she really does think quite lowly of you. So if you were to make a display of your bending at any point going forward in front of her, it really would take her off guard, maybe even causing a status effect. So
Ooh.
yeah, so just keep that in the back pocket.
Back pocket. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Back pocket.
Back pocket,
You're writing
baby.
you're writing back pocket down. Cool.
Write
In
that
fact,
down.
I'm gonna do some writing as well. Okay. She says, nevertheless, I have a capable earthbender and waterbender. You two shall do. I need your assistance in claiming
Fucking knew
some
it.
lost loot. And if you help me in this, I will safely take you across Chameleon Bay to the port so you can continue on your journey. I am not the only pirate captain in these waters, but no other pirate captain would dare cross me. So
What if we don't help you?
Chukognok is taken aback by the rudeness of Slate. If there's anything that she doesn't like, it's being interrupted. But she is in need of your assistance, so she kind of bites her tongue. She says, if you don't do as I say, then it's pretty simple. I will take everything that you have, I will destroy this ship, and you guys will be left in the middle of Chameleon Bay. And
Fine. What happens to our friend Tunzo? Since he's
Tunzo's
can't
coming
do
along.
anything.
You roll a package deal, and considering that, you know, I might need some leverage against you, he's coming along. Even
fine.
if he, you know, maybe to boost morale. I can't tell looking at him why you brought him along. You
Maybe
know,
strong.
if he's not a capable firebender, but
I'm capable of doing some
maybe
things.
maybe he's your good luck charm. And trust me, what we're doing, we're gonna need.
We're gonna need all the luck that we can get.
I don't sound like that.
Oh, sorry, Jukes.
You sure?
Jukes. Progressively getting annoyed over here, and just hoping that they can get through this as quickly as possible. So Chukognok turns to the group, and she looks out over to the open waters, and she says, "My name is Chukognok, as you have heard. I am the new pirate queen of the new Fifth Nation fleet, and I have been growing in strength since Tagaka, since the first Fifth Nation fleet was destroyed, and our previous pirate queen, Tagaka, has been imprisoned. I've picked up the slack where she failed, and we were raiding ships here in Chameleon Bay, including a rather wealthy merchant from the inner ring of Ba Sing Se. And we were so close. We had taken care of his guards, and we had stranded his ship. And then we were attacked by something below the water. And not only did it destroy several of the ships in my fleet, but it has dragged the merchant ship below the water. And we managed to harpoon it and have it carry us for quite some time until we reached a coastline, and it seemingly disappeared into an underwater cave. And I would like your assistance in retrieving it, and who knows, depending on how well this goes, maybe I'll cut you in on some of the treasure, but I will guarantee your safe passage to the port of Chameleon Bay, and I have some friends in some places. You might be able to pull some strings if you name drop.
Can we also have future safe passage?
You know, this is I unlike Tagaka, who took no prisoners. I'm a lot more welcoming than she is, and I'm a lot more open to the idea of symbiotic relationships, if you will. So there's definitely opportunity for safe passage and other business dealings going forward. But that will all depend on how the retrieval of this goes. So, oh,
Oh, I was just gonna say, won't let you down, Chooks.
I'm sure we will rely on you quite substantially in the coming hours as we retrieve this treasure. So,
Are there dangers in this that you can tell us about?
we are not aware of what the creature is. It might have had some tentacles from what some of my crew had reported, but it was very fast. It attacked our ships very quickly, and it dragged this ship under the water.
An octoucan?
An octoucan. An octoucan. I haven't heard of that creature before, but anything is possible. There are so many dangers lurking in the water that we're unaware of.
Is Ling coming with us on this trip, Chooks?
Ling is coming with. Ling and I are old friends, aren't we, Ling? And Ling kind of nods sheepishly, like very terrified of Chukognak, frustrated.
Chukagnok's the queen, right?
Yes, the
Pirate Queen.
pirate.
I step in and I go, and speaking of Chooks, does there happen to be a pirate king? Or what's the situation?
Ooh, very rude.
Chukognak.
Slate steps on your foot again, like, don't fucking aggravate her.
Oh, I got this. Hold on.
You so cocky. Fucking prodigy my ass.
Chukognak looks at Onda and shoots him a look and says, she's like, being on the open seas, the things that we see, the places we go, there is no time for any of that. And with that, she creates a kind of icy staircase from the ship, the Eelhound, to her boat, and invites you guys all on. Ling kind of motioning, like, come on, get on the ship, bop, bop, bop. So Ling follows her up.
I take a step up behind Ling and I nudge Tunzo and I go, not exactly a warm welcoming, huh? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, but we're definitely stealing something off this ship. I'll tell you that right now.
Ooh, a memory steal.
We are definitely stealing something off this ship right the fuck now.
Are you saying this out loud, or is this in your brain?
I'm saying it
Off
like
of
under my
Ling's ship?
breath.
Okay.
Off of we're getting on the Chook ship, right?
Right.
Yeah,
we're
you're getting-
leaving Ling's ship.
Right, we're leaving Ling's.
We're
We need
gonna
to steal
we're gonna
something. We need to quickly
tugboat Ling ship. It's gonna come with
Yeah,
us.
yeah, but we need to quickly. I'm quickly gonna. I think we should all grab something to remind us of being with Ling. So hurry up, just grab something.
Okay.
You're grabbing
our
something
original
from
ship?
Ling's ship?
We're
Yeah.
leaving Ling's ship. I
Okay.
want to remember being on Ling's ship, so I'm grabbing like
And he's
anything.
what are you
I
grabbing?
Can.
And
What are
he's
you
a kleptomaniac. He has
I'm
to
a
steal something
klepto.
every time we do
Every
this.
time we
what are
do
you
something,
what are
I'm
you
stealing
grabbing?
something.
What are you grabbing?
I grabbed one of the fishing rods that he uses for fishing.
Hey,
I grabbed some-
Are you hiding
grabbed
it,
some
or
rope.
what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to hide it as. I mean, this is in my mind, right? This is Avatar big time. So this is like Sokka would definitely steal a fishing rod and try to hide it behind his back, like it's no big deal. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, gotcha. I'm
I'm gonna take some rope.
You're
And
gonna
I
take
want, I want
Perfect.
something cool, so I quickly bend some water from the ocean to just rip one of the fucking like anchor rebars that are like in a U shape on the ship, just right off and just put it in my hand.
Oh
just
my
walk it up
God.
with that.
Ling's gonna.
We just walk
appreciate it
off.
so
We
much.
walk off Ling's boat like we fucking own the place.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna have you roll to try and trick anyone here. You guys take whatever you want. Ling is so kind of like stressed out by the situation. He's like, I'm too old for this shit. He's got his head down. He's just like already on
He's still hungover from the other
Chukognok's
night.
ship. Yeah, he's also like, I'm nursing a hangover too. I can't keep up the way that I used to. So you guys are on the ship, and yeah, the ship starts moving. The crew gets to moving. Chukognok is up at the helm. She kind of is giving you guys kind of a glance. There's probably about 40 people manning, doing different things, moving around the ship. Manning sails, steering, crow's nest, all this stuff. There is a kind of captain's quarters toward the back. there is like a little covered area in the middle, and then there's like steps leading down into like the hull of the ship and below deck and all that. So Chukognak shouts to a crew to like get them to do the things they need to do to go, and he can tell I've never sailed before, and and everyone
Increase
seems like
the
pretty,
sheet.
everyone seems like pretty like snappy with it, and she was like, it'll take us about an hour to get to. She turns to you. She's like, it takes about an hour to get to where we need to go. So get comfortable. And with that, kind of focuses her attention on ahead, talking with her crew, all these things. So you guys are on the deck here, and time's passing. What are you guys doing with your time?
Like, guys, an hour is not really that long. We may as well just get like the lay of the ship in case we need to know how to get off of it fast or something.
I think you go to the edge and jump.
Agreed. I'm gonna like pull pebbles from under the ocean up and tuck them into my apron.
Okay, so it's first off, it's a bay, not an ocean, which is good. Good for you, because I don't think you could pull pebbles from the ocean floor.
Why? I'm a very talented earthbender.
Well,
you're too separated from.
I'll tell you this right now. Okay, you're pulling some of these pebbles from in the ocean, from the bay or whatever, and Chukognak sees this. She sees your talent in earthbending and being able to really like fine-tune detail, pull this off, and she was like, she thinks to herself about how lucky she was to come across you guys as she's going about her captain's duties.
Let's roll. We have. I'm gonna say that we just have dice on us, so let's roll to see who has to go up to Chooks and ask one informative question and one embarrassing question.
Are you using a move here, or
I'm betting. I'm gambling with Ons about who is going to figure shit out.
Tunzo, I think this is a great idea. We don't even have to roll for it, but you know what? I like a good game of chance myself. I enjoy how much like fun you like to bring to the group with your kleptomania and your gambling addiction. But we should actually go and try and get to know Chukognak better. And I think both of us, having lied to Chukognak about who we are, I think we both have the same amount to lose. So this is a fair game. This is a great suggestion you've had here.
Okay, thank you.
So you guys are gambling to see who's gonna go inquire,
and ask him, and do inquiries.
As Slate is like pulling pebbles from the bay.
Slate's being like, okay, ready?
Slater in the chat said,
how many dice we rolling here?
Just one. Both. Oh, just one. Okay.
Oh, you want to do both? All right, we can do both.
It's up to this is not an actual move. This is a game of.
All right, do one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. No fucking cheat.
We're gonna say the thing we'll say it at the same time.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
One, two.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
On three. 1, 2, 3, 2.
2.
Oh, God damn it! God damn it!
Oh, I didn't see that coming. I thought I was screwed for sure.
What about you settling this?
So I thought of the idea. So the person who thinks of the idea decides that I win. So take it away, Ons.
Look, I would be annoyed about you for this, but I do think we have to do it. So yeah. I'll do it anyway.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
But next time we roll again.
Sure. I agree. But
all right, so I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna go walk up to Chukognak. What? And then I go back. Tunzo, what am I asking again?
You're asking an embarrassing question. And you're also asking informative questions because we don't know anything.
Okay, great. And then I walk up to Chukognak and I tap him on the shoulder.
I just got a text from Brett. You're being too loud.
It's a lady. Remote or Slate shouts at Ons. Be like,
tap,
that's a woman.
Like
you said
Ian,
him.
tap him.
That's not how it works, Slater, but I should. Okay, so Onda goes up to Chukognak, taps her on the shoulder. She is quite tall. She's like over 6 foot. So he is kind of reaching up, tapping her on her shoulder. She kind of looks down at him and says, "What is it?"
I look up and I just in my head I'm like, my giant queen.
Yeah, she's got big like Lady Dimitrescu vibes for sure.
Very into this giant queen.
Okay.
So I look at her and I'm like, do I start with the embarrassing question or do I try and do the informative question? So I think I'm gonna go with the embarrassing question.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tip in and I'm gonna be like, you brought up how you're quite different from the previous queen, who is a lot less flexible, shall we say. So don't you get worried already that some of the men below you would just disrespect you for being a woman, and on top of that you're going easier on them? It's like, is there
Well, the previous commander of the Fifth Nation was also a woman, but it was, and she kind of like, she definitely seems irked by that, but continues to saying that these men, my crew, they've been through hell, particularly under Tagaka, which is the former pirate queen. But under her rule, we were kidnapping, we were taking slaves, we were living under such strict and punishing conditions, and it ultimately led to the Fifth Nation's downfall. And I don't believe any person here on my crew would think that they have it better because they know that how bad it can be. And she says it quite loudly, so like at least the crew in the near vicinity can kind of overhear, and all of them are like keeping their heads down, like doing what they need to do, keeping moving.
Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, I mean, you should just hang out with a guy like Tunzo for 5 minutes. You see how disrespectful he is to Slade all the time, it's one of those things.
The fuck, I'm in earshot, right? And I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm only just going to say, "You lie," like that. That's all I'm going to say.
Slade has really good hearing that she's just never told anybody. So she takes a pebble from her fucking apron and she flicks it at Onda.
At Onda, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, for being fucking turd.
Yeah.
Chukognak.
Because he's being cheeky. He's being cheeky on purpose.
He's being
so she flicks double pebbles. Bop, bop.
Chukognak kind of like, her gaze turns from each of the individual members here and says, something tells me the three of you haven't known each other for that long, or maybe you've known each other for too long.
I was like, yeah, I'm just pulling your leg, Chukognak. Tunzo over there and I, we wanted to get to know you better, and sometimes it's hard to do a good icebreaker. And he and I were debating which one of us should come and talk to you, because you're very powerful and impressive and giant, and we're just two very intimidated.
You're a massive person.
So Onda,
you want to know what's behind all that girth.
Chukognak is very she is very kind of proud of her like actual physical stature. So when you mention how kind of intimidated you are by her actual physical size, she does kind of have a little bit of a smirk there. You can kind of tell, like, oh, she kind of appreciated that. And
I caught that, and I remembered that.
I remembered that. So at this point, one of her crew members runs up to her and goes, "Captain, we're approaching the point," and or whatever a pirate would say about where they're going. So Chukognak turns around, and you guys can see that you're kind of approaching just like a sheer kind of cliff face, like a wall that like goes around. You can see like continues around like the whole bay. It's a big kind of circle that you're in, and you're approaching the wall, and the crew starts, Chukagnak embarks an order, the crew starts doing the things they need to do to slow down the ship, raising the sails, dropping anchor, well actually not dropping anchor,
Dropping
but
trow.
it's coming to, the ship is coming to a slow, and Chukagnak looks out and takes a deep breath, and she turns to Onda, and she says, I need your help waterbending this ship under the water. So this is the move from season 2 of Avatar, where they go underwater and they form an air bubble. And she says, after everything, she's like, we lost some of our best benders when the Fifth Nation was destroyed by the Avatar. I lost a couple more when this monster attacked. I only have a few on my crew. And we needed one more powerful waterbender in order to pull this off. Are you in?
I'm just recalling my training in diving underwater to cut out from the platinum stone that's in the ocean at my island, and that's how I was able to get my gauntlet. So I know how to do this already. So I just look her in the eye very confidently, like. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So, Chukagnak does like a whistle, and several of her crew step out, and they kind of take positions at strategic points along the side of the ship. Chukagnak goes up to the front, she's at the front. She's like, I'm going to take the helm, you take the stern. The bow? Stern is right, the back? Yeah, bow.
Starboard
stern,
and bow,
stern.
right?
Starboard,
You got me,
port. Starboard, port, bow, stern. Oh, bow may be the front. Fuck.
The bow is definitely not the front.
Okay,
The bow's the back, I thought.
Okay,
The
the
stern
bow's
is
the
the
back.
front.
The stern is the front. She's like, I have the stern. You take
Howard?
the bow. So she points Onda to the back of the ship.
Great.
And
I head back there.
All right, and the waterbenders start doing their moves, getting the kind of flow of the water. Onda is doing his own technique. It's going great. Slowly, the water is churning, kind of forming a bubble. They're bringing the water up to a bubble around the ship before it starts to descend. Onda, I do want you to roll in your skills and training here, just to give it a little flavor to the moment.
What do I roll under?
Focus.
I am also just flipping a coin, sitting there doing nothing.
You're not
Same.
impressed at all by this?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not impressed. Just
Okay.
flipping a coin, going about my biz.
6
Plus.
plus 0.
Oh. You don't have anything on focus?
No, I have 1 on creativity and 1 on passion.
Oh shit! I could have sworn you would have had something on focus because
Mm-mm.
relying
Oh,
on your...
it's plus 2.
There we go.
It's built in. It's built in on plus
Okay,
2. I
there you
didn't
go.
add 1 to it, so I didn't.
There you
I
go.
forgot to look at that.
So you rolled
my
an
God.
you rolled an 8.
That's an 8.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh.
So you pull it off.
I was prepared to face the consequences.
Tom was shitting bricks too because he didn't know what the fuck to do there either. So
Well, no, I had a plan,
I was
but
like,
I was
what
like,
is about to
wait, you
happen?
don't have. That doesn't make any sense that you don't have. I was just so
Oh.
confused. Okay, so I'm gonna have you mark 1 fatigue in doing
Okay.
this, and actually, everyone is gonna mark 1 fatigue that's doing this, including Chukagnak. It is a big ship. This is not an easy thing here. So yeah, marking 1 fatigue. I'm gonna mark that also on the. Where is it?
The 1 fatigue that I got
You
from
keep
the
it.
episode. Okay.
Because we no time passed between the 2 episodes, so
Okay.
you would not. Yeah, Slate should have 1 fatigue, and you now have 2, and Toonzo has 0.
Great, love it.
Yeah, so you guys are bending the water. It is, and especially initially, it's actually kind of easy getting the water around. That part is going smoothly, but getting it to descend and evenly, that's where the having you guys in sync. That is where it's really starting to kind of get taxing. So this bubble is slowly descending around the water surface. You can see through the film of water the rest of the bay kind of filling up around you until it completely encapsulates this bubble. And the bubble is moving under the water, and it's approaching where the cliff it face is underwater, and you can see a hole in the side of the cliff. And the bubble moves through. The bubble is smaller than the hole in the cliff side, so there's kind of no problems there. It's moving through, pushing through, and then it's coming up a ramp, like the bottom of the ground where this hole is forming a ramp. And so now the bubble is rising through the water until it comes through a break in the water. And so there's an air pocket on the other side. The bubble is moving. Roll again. Rely on your skills and training here, Onda.
10 plus 2, 12.
12. Okay, cool. You, in the flow of this, in working with the other benders, again, you're a prodigy, so you're able to kind of read their moves, the way the water is flowing. And so this actually is only getting easier for you. Yeah, he's jamming. He's remembering the island times, man. And he's water bending, and it's rising, and it breaks through. And once the water has broken through, the bubble starts to kind of pool aside, and the bubble kind of breaks, and now the ship is on essentially a little pool of water. Oh, not a pool. It's not little. It's relatively small compared to the bay outside, but it's enough for the ship, and there's still some room. The captain barks at her crew to throw their grappling hooks and pull the ship closer and dock it on where the end of the pool meets, and there's ground into this giant cavern. She has some of her crew who are firebenders, because the Fifth Nation does take in. It's mostly waterbenders, but they do have some firebenders, and has them light torches. There's kind of this crystalline seams kind of running through the rock on the inside, so the light is kind of refracting to expand it a little bit. So it's not just the flames. It is the cave itself is kind of helping illuminate the space, and it is a big space, and there is a lot of darkness ahead, past the shoreline essentially, and Chukognak forms another icy staircase from the front of the ship down to the shoreline. And so about a dozen, all the firebenders that she brought with her are coming, and 9 other people, totaling around a dozen of her crew, is coming with her. And she motions to the 3 of you and says, "All right, let's do this. Let's go down." So she's walking down stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys following suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I go to
Ooh.
Tunzo. I was like, we could trap them in here. because this is an Earth structure and I am an
Ooh.
Earthbender.
Right.
And then
So
we could steal the ship and not have to deal with her.
Are
leave
you
her in here.
are you whispering this?
I am super whispering this. No one can hear me except for Junzo.
Right. And I nod. I'm just nodding. I'm just going like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Is that crazy?
mm-hmm.
Oh,
I already
okay.
seem crazy to everyone on this ship anyway. So
So as you guys are walking down, and moving, and the light is moving with you. Tunzo, I assume since you're keeping cover, you're not also. You didn't take a torch yourself. You have not.
Nope.
Okay, you're
Nope.
keeping that under wraps still.
Yep.
Okay.
I casually drop rock from the ceiling, but do not. But it seems like it could be natural, right? Like it doesn't look like an earthbending move because I just like
Wiggle your finger.
Yeah. And a couple of things fall from the ceiling just to like cause a little bit of like, how the fuck did that happen?
And then
And
I
I'm
turn
so
around.
casual, like nothing.
Okay.
I
and
turn
Oda.
around to Slate because I
Yeah.
know she's a shit starter. And I'd say, you think you're in control here because we're surrounded by rock, but we're underwater. What do you think 10 million tons of water is going to do to your body when you're this outnumbered by water benders?
But isn't this where you come in handy, Onda? And aren't we on the same team? Is Slate's response?
I don't know. Are we on the same team? You seem unhinged.
She's got some trauma, man. She's working through it. So the rocks fall. They fall at quite a distance, so they don't land on anyone. Kind of spooking the crew, like make them jump a little. To kind of distracting them from the three of you, like fucking rapscallions in the back, like having this. At which point, though, you do come up to a crate, a chest, and there is some
body one solid.
There are some kind of paper. Not paper, like cloth bags, that are there, and so there's kind of cloth bags kind of spilling out, and some of them are like by your feet.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So
there's a chest like at near the head of the party.
Yeah,
there's a chest, and it's kind of tipped over, and in that chest were like cloth bags containing something.
We're getting a peek at what was in the chest.
And
all right, thank you.
And they are kind of some of them have spilled out, so there's kind of like some around the area.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
I'm taking one immediately.
Okay, so you're reaching down to grab one.
No. There's no reaching down.
What do you mean there's no reaching down? Is it your feet?
No, it is at my feet, but I'm not reaching down.
Okay, what are you doing?
I am. I don't think we ever talked about what kind of shoes I was wearing. So I'm wearing sandals.
Okay.
Okay. And I slip off a sandal and I grab one of the bags.
You reach down and slip off a sandal.
No. I grab. No, first of all, a sandal can just be kicked off, right? So I just slip this bad boy off, no problem.
So you're wearing like pretty relaxed sandals. You're not wearing like a combat sandal like you were wearing.
I'm wearing flip flops, but they're very.
Samurai Jack?
I have like the Samurai Jack style wooden sandals.
Samurai Jack,
which somehow managed to stay on his feet, and he can climb Mount Everest and all this stuff with them.
This is like these are very new age. Anyway,
cool.
So, same guy that made my glasses, the rose tinted glasses that I'm still wearing.
Yeah.
So those get slipped off. I am grabbing a bag in between my big toe and my second toe.
All right.
Okay, and I'm gonna whip this thing up to my hand behind my back. And I'm not. No one's the wiser.
Well, you don't get to decide that. So this is going to be a push your luck. You're going to roll 2 dice here.
I got a I got a 6. Do I get modifiers?
Yeah, you're
or-
rolling with passion.
Oh, well, that's a problem. Oh no, passion's only a +1 for me.
Okay, so you that's a 7. That's enough.
Ooh.
You
Ooh.
you pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the you know what? I'm gonna have you mark 1 fatigue for pulling this off, and you kind of have now lagged behind with the group. You were already at the back, so like you had the benefit there of no one being.
Wait, where's the? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, fatigue.
Got it.
So you had the benefit of no one kind of being near you, but you have now lagged behind. The light ahead of you. I'm assuming also Onda and Slate, you're not hanging around while he's towing a bag.
I've run up to Chukognak so I could be as far away from this person as possible. I'm like, I'll be honest, I've almost known you as long as I've known these two at this point. How you doing? Tell me about this place.
Yeah. Okay.
Chukognak is not paying attention to you. She is very focused on following this like trail. So Tunzo is now far behind. The light is getting further and further away from him. Diminishing ahead of him. The group ahead is following this trail of kind of more chests, more bags, like all this stuff, and come across the hull of this merchant ship, and it's like pretty much kind of there's a big hole in the side, lots of these crates of varying sizes and barrels and all this stuff has spilled out. At which point, Tunzo in the back hears a kind of like crunkling of kind of the ground behind him.
Dun dun dun. So I immediately whip around.
Okay.
And I see.
You don't see, it's black because the light, you don't really see anything.
Uh-oh.
Slate slams her foot on the ground.
You cannot hear this. You can't.
This is Tom setting
you can't
me.
Hear
this
this.
is
You can't
this
hear
is the
this,
GM setting me up that I have to bend. Right. So I get all right, fine. So I'm freaking out, and I want to save the pouch that I stole. So I whip around, and I'm going to do like a what was that guy from Dragon Ball Z that did this?
What is
Chris,
that?
who am I talking about? Tien. So I'm going to do a Tien,
Tien,
and I'm going to do a flash of fire to see what the fuck just happened.
Okay, so you're doing like a fire flash to immediately like illuminate the space.
It's like Pikachu can use flash and
sure, yeah, in tunnels, right?
Yep.
So, what are you saying, Slate?
Do we know that he's doing this?
No, you are a part of the group ahead. Yeah, this is only.
Yeah,
something...
but I just don't know what's going on behind me. Am I that like oblivious?
I should have seen this coming.
Well,
loud?
this is all. It's something that only Tunzo initially heard. You are going to, I assume, hear what is about to happen. But the initial sound, Tunzo was fiddling with that bag, that cloth bag with his toes for quite a bit. You're like a good 20 feet ahead.
We kept walking. He fucked up.
He lagged
didn't
behind.
Be near him while he fucked up.
When he swooshed the quick fire to light up the space.
We haven't even done that yet.
Fine.
You'll hear that, is what Tom said.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I want to build a wall to block that so that he doesn't get caught.
But we don't know that anything's happening. All that's happened
you are
so
not
far
you
is
are not aware that
crinkling.
he is doing it. So yeah, you would not have any cognition about having the
Alex's
pretense.
punishment is that he fell behind, so we can't control that.
Yes, as I pointed out in the very beginning, a rule I wrote just for you, Brooke. Sorry, Slate.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You cannot control the environment. You are only in control of your character, and your character does not hear the rustling, does not see Tunzo do the move. But let me tell you, you're about to be aware of what's going on here. So, Tuna, I want you to do your fire flash. You need to roll for this with relying on your skills and training, plus whatever your focus is.
I got an 8 plus my focus.
Yes.
Plus 1. It's a 9er.
Okay, so you got a 9. Gotcha. So, you do this Tien fire flash move.
Yep.
You were quite taken off guard, so it isn't as big of a light as you would have liked. But what you can see is kind of like a pile of there's a dog barking in our hallway. Kind of a pile of like oblong, thick, really big, thick, oblong, kind of fleshy, wet things stacked on top of each other.
Can you draw this for me? No, I'm just kidding.
And almost like rolls of fat.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
And
Vienna fingers.
You aren't able to illuminate it enough to kind of see more of whatever this is. You just kind of see this wall of this like stacked thing, and one of these things whips out and fucking knocks you off your feet and back. And I'm gonna have you mark 2 fatigue here.
Jesus Christ! Whoa. I'm like dying almost.
You're not dying. And so you. Tunzo, I'm assuming, like kind of like cries out as he gets hit. At which point the rest of the group hears this, and so Tunzo, you've been knocked back. You're not quite with the group yet, and the group hasn't moved toward you. What are you doing here?
Right now, so the flash is dissipated. I can't see anything anymore.
Yeah, now it's darkness again. You can't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ons, Slate, we got a problem.
Are you doing anything? Are you staying?
No,
where
I think I am holding my ground, and because I don't know if it's better. The fight or flight. I am staying put.
Staying put.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I don't know. I'm not going to run towards the thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to run away from the thing.
Okay.
I'm obviously not feeling great. Right?
Yeah.
So I am relying on my 2 other friends. And one's a friend. The other one, I don't know. The other one, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I have no idea who he is.
So you guys are turned to look. Tunza's kind of standing there. He's not moving. He's kind of bracing himself, and but you can see him even though he is like on the perimeter of your field of vision. Like he is right in front of where like the darkness really begins, and you guys see a tentacle shoot out, wrap itself around Tunzo, and yank him into the darkness. What do you guys do? Tunzo, we're not asking you right now.
I turn to Chukog and I very quickly say, how big of a deal would it be if Tunzo was actually a good firebender?
Chugog Knock goes,
I can't believe you did that!
Shh. Well, it looks like it's going to help us out here as this beast has made itself apparent. Hopefully he's able to survive.
And good to know. And then I just pop my turtle shell on the ground. I shoot some water down so I can use it to,
slide.
I'm going to propel myself,
Okay.
forward.
Ask her to
Tunzo.
freeze it. Ask her to freeze it so you move faster, because she's good at that. Unless you could do that. I don't know how talented you actually are, Prodigy.
I'm propelling myself with the water in the turtle shell.
But is that as fast as a bobsled would be?
You
I
don't
mean,
get
it's
to
the
ask these
fastest. It's the
questions.
fastest technique. I'm saying it like this. It's because it's like an ambulance going by. It's like it's actually the fastest technique that I know because this is all I've ever trained with.
So where are you going, Onda? Where are you taking this?
I'm going into the darkness.
You're going into the
and
darkness.
as I'm going into the darkness, I go, Tuzo, just light it up so we can see what's going on.
I can't.
So
But you can make a little ball of fire for your hand, can't you?
I'm wrapped up in the tentacle, am I not?
you have been wrapped, Tunzo, around your waist, so your hands are free. And
okay, fine.
you do have. I'll give you the unless. Well, I want to know what Slate's gonna do here.
Okay.
Is
Slate?
the Octucan has it lifted Tunzo like into the air?
You can't see what's.
He got pulled into
He's
the we can't
snatched
see
into the
anything.
darkness. Yeah.
I create a.
This is gonna be.
Fuck, this is too fucking difficult.
Tunzo's gotta
Okay.
use his fire.
Onda Tunzo has been snatched into the darkness.
I'm shaking.
Oda has
I'm shaking
raced-
the ground. I'm just shaking the ground.
What does that mean?
Shake
She's
a big
making
baby.
like an
with your
earthquake.
body.
A big baby.
Just making an earthquake while we're underwater.
You're shaking the
making-
ground where?
I'm not making an earthquake. I just like touch the floor
Okay.
and I send a tremor down towards the darkness.
Okay.
To jostle things so I can hear what's happening.
To
Hoping that Onda is as talented as he told me he is, that he will be able to navigate this. And I'm hoping this creates
All right, well,
enough
you're gonna have
friction
to- you're
that
gonna have to roll-
The
you're gonna
toucan might drop Tunza.
All right, you gotta roll for this.
Mr. Toons.
What am I rolling?
You're
for?
rolling rely on your skills and training, and so you're gonna add whatever your focus is to your roll.
This is nice. This is nice. Okay. 7.
Plus whatever you've got is including
That was with the plus.
Okay, gotcha. So you
Oh, wait. +2. +2. 8. 8. Sorry.
wait. What is the number you rolled?
6.
Okay, +2,
Wait.
8. Gotcha.
+2. 8.
Focus, right? You're adding a focus number?
Yeah.
Cool. So you shake the ground, and
I shout out Ricky Bobby while I do this. I say, shake it back!
shake a big. You shake the ground. You nothing. This doesn't do anything. Like you manage to shake the ground, but you don't. Like you are not able to sense anything. It doesn't change anything.
Why doesn't it do anything?
Because
it's just an
Yeah, why
amorphous
is it
blob
doing
of flesh, so there's no like hard structure.
it just
What?
doesn't. It just doesn't. She's able to shake the ground, but it changes
Yeah.
nothing about like anything that's happened. So
So I just
Chukak-
yell it again.
so
Tunzo, will you just light some fire so I can see what I'm headed into? Because I'm almost at the darkness.
while
So I'm gonna do.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
While
I was gonna do.
while Onder is doing that real quick, Chukognok looks down at Slate and was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then turns
I don't know.
to her firebending crew members and was like, go illuminate that space. So those firebenders are moving toward the darkness, but still can't see
I go
anything.
up to I go up to
Chukognok.
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 Two Trevor. Yep, that. I go up to them. And I'm like, did you feel that seismic activity? Like, are you worried about it?
No, because first off, I saw you do it. Secondly, what a stupid thing to do in an underwater cavern with millions of tons of water surrounding us. And thirdly, I don't know what you were even hoping to achieve there.
Let me tell
So
you
rude.
that the only people that would actually suffer are the firebenders, because the waterbenders should be able to make little oxygen bubbles like they did to move the fucking boat. So we would be safe.
Chukognog pays no attention to any of the stuff that Slade is sending, and is kind of cautiously moving with her firebenders up ahead. Toonzo, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do a very Hail Married breath of fire shot in towards what I think is where this thing is located.
So we are not in combat quite yet.
I'm sorry. Then I will do a fire breath out of my mouth to light up things so that people can see what the hell is going on.
Okay, gotcha. So you do roll. Go to roll.
7.
Plus anything? I guess probably not enough to change anything, right?
You tell me. If it's harmony, I lose a point.
No, focus. You're
+1, so it's 8.
+1. Okay, doesn't change anything. So you breathe the fire, but you are kind of, as you're kind of being moved around, you don't have a lot of control on it. So you illuminate the space, which is now also slowly getting illuminated by the firebenders that are approaching. But because you are breathing the fire in kind of like haphazard direction, you actually hit the tentacle that's holding you, and it drops you to the ground. Fortunately, you weren't too high up. You don't take any damage or anything from this fall, but you obviously are like kind of collapsed on the ground. And the mix of the fire-breathing thing that you did with the firebenders moving in, you guys can see the Kraken. It is a Kraken-type creature, but at the tip of all of its tentacles, it has like crocodile mouth kind of like pincer with like sharp teeth, and it's kind of reeling back from being hit by this fire breath from Toonzo. The firebenders are moving in now that they can see, now that people have a good sense of the space and what this thing is. It's quite big. Chukognog calls over to the rest of her, the crew that was up by the front, and is like, we got to take this thing if we're gonna get out of here alive. So this thing is kind of like writhing and writhing around. Tuna has been dropped. Onda now is kind of like at Tuna's side essentially here. So Onda, what are you gonna do here?
Oh, well, I yell, "Oh my God, it's a crocodile!"
A crocodile.
because where I'm from, I don't know what the names of all that.
Sure.
Like we
well,
have
no
everything.
one has seen this creature to kind of give you some.
Oh, so we call it the crocodile.
Okay, the crocodile. Okay, crocodile.
Someone's cataloged it.
I love it. So.
Like, oh my God, it's a crocodile. And I see Tuna, and I want to try and free him. So I'm gonna.
He's free. He's on the ground.
Oh right, sorry.
Yep.
So I want to try and defend him.
Okay.
How far are we from the ship at this point?
It is probably like a good 50 feet in the direction that you came. So the Kraken / crocodile, which is actually probably a better name, is between like you guys and the ship. And
okay, so that's not too far. I want to try and just make a big wave to kind of put something between us and it. I want to kind of try and like push it back. I want to use some of the water from where our ship is to kind of like put it up in front of it and kind of try and pull it backwards a little bit. So I'm not necessarily attacking it, but I don't know if this counts as combat or whatever.
So just to clarify, are you getting?
I'm going to grab the water that's behind it, so between it's in between us.
Yeah.
And I'm like from both sides, it's going to come in like out in front of it, and then try and like pull it backwards, like
pull
back
it towards the water. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I'm
going to give us some space.
I gotcha. I'm going to have you rely on your skills and training, and I'm going to have you push your luck because just because of the distance, the amount of water you're trying to bend at that distance in a quick thing. I'm going to have you do both. So let's have you see if you even pull it off.
It's not that far. Is it? But I guess in this instance, it sounds like it is. All right. So first, I'm rolling focus.
Yes, rolling with focus.
I got an 11 plus 2 on
Okay,
focus,
cool. So you are able to reach out to the water and get the wave moving. Let's do. So essentially, you're kind of making kind of tentacles, or you're just trying to kind of scoop it up.
It's almost like 2 lanes are coming around it.
Okay.
You know, it's like I'm gonna make a band of water and try and pull
Okay.
it backwards.
All right.
They're gonna meet in the middle in front of it.
Okay, cool. So let's have you push your luck.
Okay. This is
plus passion. Yep.
which I got a 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay, great, awesome. So you are going to take 1 fatigue for this because you always take something when you push your luck, but you have managed to really get this thing off balance because you rolled so nicely, and this thing is kind of like tumbling backwards now, kind of like towards the ship. It's very much kind of caught in your water trap, essentially. Tunzo, are you doing anything here?
I mean, are we in battle? Because I would love to just breathe some fire.
We're not in battle yet.
God damn it!
But you could breathe some more fire if you'd like. What is the attempt here?
I mean, can he enter battle?
He can enter battle if you're trying to like actually hurt this creature.
Why? Ons, are you trying to? Oh, I can't.
But no, just the way he said it, I wasn't sure if we were allowed to just start the fight.
You can engage it in combat, but it's Onder, in the way that you described it, it sounded more like you're trying to like trap it, move.
I was,
away.
I was trying because we weren't in combat yet. I wanted to get some space between us, especially because Slate wasn't down here yet.
Yeah, but okay, but here's the thing: little breath of fire does some damage. So if this is successful. There's some doomed going on. The fatigue is going on. A lot of things happening.
Okay. So you are engaging in combat.
I'm engaging in combat. I would like to breathe fire at the monster.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you're engaging in combat. You're gonna choose an approach. I'm assuming advance and attack is the approach that you are picking, right? That's what the fire breathing is a part of.
Yes.
Cool.
It's either mark one. I mark a fatigue, which means I'm almost fatigued out. But then the foes must either retreat and disengage, becoming impaired, or suffer 2 fatigue and become doomed.
Okay.
Doomed.
Let me just pull this up super quick. I don't have the advanced techniques open, which probably would have been good to. Would have been good. This is a firebending technique. Breath of fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So you are going to mark 1 fatigue. All right, cool. So, okay. Let me just take a look here real quick. Oh, whoops. This fucking mic. Sorry about that. And, okay, cool. So let's, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, okay, so you're going to roll, so you are rolling. You're going to roll with passion for this, because it's an advance and attack move. Oh, that's right. You got to, that's right, I forgot. You have to roll to be able to use the move.
Okay, I got a 9.
Okay, cool. So you got a 9. Do you have Passion?
+1 is passion.
Okay, great. So you're at a 10, which means that you can use a is your
This is a mastered.
It's a master technique. Cool. So you can use that, and you can use another mastered. It has to be a different mastered technique.
I don't have another master technique.
Then you can use a basic technique. That's also within the advanced and attack option.
Oh no, I have sweep the leg, which is a master technique. You attack where an enemy is weakest or most off balance. If your foe has a total of 3 or more fatigue, inflict 2. If your foe has inflict 2, but you must mark 1 fatigue as well. If I do this move, then I'm maxed out on fatigue.
You attack where an enemy is weakest. If your friends.
Because right now I'm at 4 fatigue because of this breath move. If I do sweep the leg to inflict more fatigue, it will just put me at max. Which I don't have a problem with. I'll take 1 for the team.
Yeah, you would have to, because the crocodile does not have any fatigue marked yet.
Whoa. It will, though.
It will.
This breath of fire move.
Right, but all of that happens at the end. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like you do the breath of fire move, it takes the fatigue, and then that changes what your sweep the leg does. All of those happen at the same time.
I'm not doing sweep the leg. There's too many conditions if it has lower than 3 fatigue.
Yes.
Then it has to have conditions, which it doesn't have.
Yeah.
So I will not do anything right now. I will just do breath of fire, and you can.
You're not going to do any of the basics?
Oh, the basics.
Yeah, it's on the quick reference sheet.
Yeah. Hold on.
So you have strike. You also have pressure that you could do.
Hold on a second, please.
Yeah, you could do any of these, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to do smash.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm to destroy or destabilize something in the environment. Right?
Yep.
I am going to heat up a piece of stalagmite that's above him.
Yep.
That's going to weaken it in the idea that Slate will then use it in some way to crash it on the head of the monster.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. You're gonna have to call out to her, but let's because she's not gonna know that intuitively.
Listen, I'm gonna heat up this stalagmite type cone shaped thing that's hanging from the top of the ceiling. This is a very long explanation, I understand, but fuck it. I'm gonna heat it up. I'm gonna weaken it. I'm probably gonna pass out from my fatigue, but if you want to use it, it's there. There you go. How about that?
Okay, so let's use your we're gonna use your moves now. So you're using Breath of Fire first, so that's mark fatigue. So you're marking 1 fatigue there, so you have an extra fatigue marked.
Yeah, I'm at 4. So once I do smash, I'm at 5.
Oh, you're at 4. Oh, right, because I told you to add fatigue because you got hit. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So Breath of Fire and then smash, and then I guess that's why I told Slade I'm passing out.
You're not passing out because you don't have any conditions marked. You just cannot do anything that costs you more fatigue at this point.
Is anything.
Yeah. So this foe must either retreat and disengage with you, becoming impaired, or suffer 2 fatigue and become doomed as they catch fire. So this it can't escape. It can't retreat and disengage because Onda kind of has it kind of caught in the water. So it is going to take 2 fatigue. Where is my sheet here? There was the thing. Great. Awesome. And it is also doomed, which is good to know. And that means that it will continue, I believe, to take... It's in grave danger. So it must... these must be quite oily waters, so some of the oil has stuck to its skin, which has caught alight which is why it's like burning, and it's going to mark it until it is able to get out of this situation. It's going to continue to mark 1 fatigue every few seconds. So
That's right.
Onda, you and then sorry, you also did the smash move, and that had you mark another fatigue, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay, and
Aren't you fatigued out?
This is me being maxed fatigue. That's it.
Oh.
yeah, so he can't. If he has to mark fatigue again, it's going to stop marking conditions. Yeah, and so now here's the thing: you did that fire blast. It's going to actually, because there is like no stacking needed here for the smash, you've already essentially like knocked that stalactite out, actually. Yeah, so that knocked it. It dropped. It hit the fucking, I almost said cracktopus. Crocodile / Kraken on the head. So that's actually going to mark it an additional 2 more fatigue. So you have seen this, Onda. It is, you can tell that it's weakened, like it's burning, it's on fire, and it's trapped in your thing. Are you going to continue to, like, do you want to engage in combat?
I wanna yell to Slate and say, "All right, Slate, now's your chance to do that foot stompy thing you love. Help me get this bitch in the water."
I'm ready. It's just not my turn yet. Shouts back Slate.
So okay, so Onda calls out to Slate. Slate, what are you gonna do here?
Okay, I'm stomping. So because the top thing fell already, I don't need to worry about that. I stomp the ground, bringing up peaks of stone very quickly, like pop, 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 pop.
Like jagged. Which one is the one that comes from the bottom? Stalactites?
Sure.
Sure, but like the Renaissance dungeon thing where they would put people in the box and they'd smush them with the spiky thing, but from the bottom.
Okay, gotcha. So we're gonna you are now engaging in combat as well. So you and Tuna are now both in combat with this creature. So I am assuming, is this based off of any move that you already have? Or is this just like a basic...
relies on my skills and training.
No. We're in combat. You're engaging in combat now. So this is going to be based on a technique. So you have your... So you can do that, but is this just the basic strike, advance and attack that you're doing? You also have to roll to decide whether you're doing this as well. Like to figure it out.
It sounds like it's just a strike.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I have a 12. Now, my question is,
wait, hang on a sec. You rolled for this already. You got a 12.
Yeah.
Great. So, okay, cool. So, you get to pick. You can either, if you have a learned technique, you can mark 1 fatigue to use it. You can use a practiced technique that you have, or you can use 2 different basic or mastered techniques. It sounds like what you're trying to do is a basic strike, so you could do that, and you could use one of your mastered techniques as well.
I don't have any mastered techniques.
So you have...
tag team.
You have that, and then when you added fighting techniques... Did you mark any of them as mastered? Like, one of them should be mastered. You should have an additional technique that is mastered.
Oh, my mistake. My dust stepping is mastered.
Okay, so
my thick mug is practiced.
Now here's the thing. They do have to be a part of the same stance. What is the your dust stepping is...
defend and maneuver.
It's also a defend and maneuver, and you're advancing and attacking because you're using the strike. So you are just going to use the strike. Then that's all you're going to do because you can't. can't cross the streams here with this. So you pull that off. You do it expertly. These spikes kind of like jab, 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 jab. They break through the water current that underneath this kraken that Onda has trapped in this water bubble, and so it's gonna have to mark 2 fatigue. Bringing it to 6 fatigue. Plus, it's going to take an additional fatigue because it's doomed, because it's on fire from tuna. And, okay, cool. Now, you can... Sorry, I'm just reading this real quick. Strike a phone, reach force. Does that say 2 fatigue? Okay. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you've hammered it. This thing has very quickly, between the 3 of you, what I love about this dynamic is that you guys, even though like you guys seem like you stumble into things, you do actually able to like take certain situations out very quickly, which is cool. Okay, so that has happened. Slate has done that. Onda, what are you doing here?
I was thinking we were going to need help, but I feel like we're in a position where we don't. So I'm going to also jump in now and fight. I want to try and just help finish this off.
Okay, cool. So that means that you are...
I'm going to attempt to strike. And
okay, cool. So you're rolling with advance and attack, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So...
5 + 3, 8.
Okay, great. So that means that you can use a basic or master technique. You're also striking it, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. I'm going to, when I do the basic strike,
yeah.
I'm going to, like, the bands of water became one band of water, sort of like a horseshoe that I was pulling it back.
Yes.
And it's basically a big thing of flowing water. I'm going to just like turn it into a torrent, it doesn't go up like a tornado, but it is moving super fast. So I'm almost trying to use it like a saw to just start cutting into this thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. So I'm going to have you, instead of doing additional fatigue, because you rolled an 8, so it's on me to decide what happens to it. I'm going to have it mark a condition instead. So it's going to mark being afraid as one of its conditions. So one of its conditions is marked. It has a certain amount of fatigue left, and also it is doomed. So we're going to actually mark an additional fatigue here. I am going to say that at this point, the Kraken is able to kind of latch on to use its tentacles with these teeth to latch onto the ceiling and like pull itself out of the tornado and kind of reposition itself using all of its tentacles. So it's no longer caught up in this vortex, at which point
I'm going to, so I get to do 2 things, you said, right?
No, you only got to do 1 because you got an 8.
Oh, I thought I could do that and do a mastered. Okay, great.
No, that's
I'm gonna watch
plus.
this happen.
Okay, so it breaks out. It does this. At which point, Chukognak runs in. As she passes by you, she says, "Thanks for the stream of the water. Thanks for bringing the water up." And she is also going to use ice prison. And she's going to take the water that you have created here, and pulled from the pool, and she is going to essentially push it back around this creature and cause it to be trapped in ice. She is going to have to mark 2 fatigue in order to pull this off, but now it is trapped. This is going to cancel out the fire that was on its body, so it's no longer doomed. But now it is trapped, which means that it has to mark a combination of 3 conditions or fatigue to escape, and it does that, but that uses up all of its conditions and its fatigue, so it is able to break free from the ice, but it kind of expends the last of its energy in order to do that, and it kind of like slumps to the ground, so it kind of takes a big hit from that as well. And it has been bruised and battered. You guys completely dominated this creature, and so it begins to kind of slink away and crawl back to the water and goes underneath. You guys can see like now the firebenders have taken like strategic placing to illuminate the entire cave as best as possible. You can see the edge of the darkness is where the water is, and it kind of slinks under the water and under the ship to lick its wounds. And Chukognok turns, looks at the 3 of you, and turns to Toonzo and says, "Not a firebender, huh?"
Chooks. I'll tell you about it some other time.
You know, I don't particularly like being lied to, but you guys really were able to demonstrate some pretty good technical abilities there, so I'm glad that we stumbled across you. And so the group, Chukognok walks back to all of the crates. Tuna, you dropped your bag of whatever is in there. Are you going to go pick that up?
Yeah, I want to see what was inside.
Okay. So you're going to go pick it up. You open it up. It's a bag of salt.
Ooh.
So there's a bag of salt there. Chukognok goes over to one of the crates. She opens it up, and there's a spice of some kind in there, like oregano, potentially, or whatever is in this world, whatever spice they got in this world. Fire pellets, maybe, like a pepper. So this merchant that they were stealing from was a spice merchant. So she starts ordering her crew to start putting some of the items back in the crates to start carrying them away from the ship, the wreckage of the merchant ship to the pirate ship. What are you guys doing here?
Hans?
I want to try and heal Toonzo.
Do you have healing as a move?
I do.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go up.
Am I able to do that because it's not combat, or no?
Oh, it's a technique?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's not
Okay.
something.
I wanted to try and do it during the fight. I didn't. I thought there was another round in the fight left, which is that was when I said, and I'm going to use my mastered technique. So I'm not going to heal. I want to heal him, but I'm not going to.
Gotcha.
And so instead, I'm going to come over and I'm going to try and guide and comfort him, make him feel a little better because we're all
feeling pretty
tired.
rough. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to come over to Toonzo again. And I'm going to be like, hey, listen. I know it seemed like I was maybe throwing you under the bus when I made that joke about you on the ship. But if you recall, by telling, Chooch, as you like to call her, or my queen.
Chooch?
My ice queen. Yeah, Chooch. By telling her that we were intimidated by her, I already bought bought you like grace for your lie, because she's not going to be worried about some unknown firebender on her ship when she thinks that he's afraid of her, which, let's be honest, we both know you're not, because I definitely know you stole some shit from that ship or you're planning on it. So like, this is good. You know, like I'm trying to help you out here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm on your side.
Okay. So as you guys are doing this as the crew is moving all of the booty onto the pirate ship. So Chris, you're guiding comforting, so you're going to roll with harmony, and we will see how this goes down.
Got 3.
Okay. I don't think you have enough modifiers to make that a success.
I have nothing. Harmony is straight.
Yeah.
Rolling straight.
So yeah, this is a complete miss. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't think if you
if it hit and he accepted it, he would have been able to clear 2 fatigue. But
yeah, this is like he's not even hearing you at this point. He is totally like trying to just get his breath back. He's been doing a lot of fire breathing, and like he goes, and like, you know, is like, sure, okay, not really taking in what you were saying there. Okay, so Onda's there. Tunzo, what are you up to after Onda tries to do that to you?
I'm gonna try to comfort him.
Oh, okay.
And say, I know you tried, but I know it didn't work out for you. But I'd like to try to reciprocate the favor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? What are you going to say to him?
I'm going to say, look, I know we've butted heads a little bit, but you know, I'm willing to bring you into the fold of friendship.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
We'll watch this fail. Who
So
knows?
okay,
Yeah.
and what is your harmony?
My harmony is a -1.
Okay, so here's what you can do here, because so if you're extending the hand of friendship, this is living up to your principle, which actually you can't do because your fatigue is maxed. You would have to mark 1 fatigue in order to.
Well, let's just roll and see what happens.
Okay, cool.
You know what? Let's just roll. I got a 7, which is really a 6.
Right. Okay. So Onda's hearing this.
It's an awkward scene.
It is awkward. It is awkward. Onda's hearing this,
Oh, boy.
but he's a little bit, you know, after you kind of like trying to extend your hand, after he tried to extend his hand. You guys are both like not fully...
I feel like he's just doing it like out of pity.
Sure.
So I'm like, no, it's all right. It's okay.
I didn't need a pity handout.
Right,
I
I
need
need
a
it. Right,
reach out.
yep.
You try and do a nice thing.
Yeah.
Slate, while these two are having this awkward moment, what are you up to?
I'm going up to the pirate queen, and I'm going to ask her if I can have some salt.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you plead with her.
Do you not think that it is a trick?
Well, are you tricking her, or are you asking her? If
No,
you
I'm
can
just
have
really.
some-
I am asking her, but because I'm an earthbender, I'm also in the process of like asking with this hand and earthbending salt into my pocket with the other hand.
So she's doing something very tricky.
So
there's tricks going on. There's pleading and tricks going on, Tom. What are you going to do now?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a combination of several things here.
What are you going to do now without your powers, Meg? Okay, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
mean, isn't it just a trick then? Realistically? Because the lie itself is the trick.
Sure,
right?
but she's also earthbending at the same time as well, so it would be rely on her skills in tricking and tricking as well.
That makes sense.
So
I tried to help you. We're
So
failing
wait,
bad over
are
here.
you asking her for salt? Like, I'm confused
I'm
here because
asking
you.
her for salt.
Okay,
I want salt
I understand. So you're
because
asking her
it
for
could be a
salt,
big
and you're
asset.
earthbending. You're like, no matter what she says, even if she says yes, you're still earthbending a bag of salt.
Yeah, I'm taking it, but I'm making it seem like I'm asking.
Okay. So I don't think
And that's what I'm doing.
you're still pleading though, because you're still asking her for the
No,
salt.
I'm not begging this woman. I'm not begging her. I'm tricking her. I'm like, I want you to think that I'm asking for permission, but I'm actually just going to do this. I'm just doing this. This is a trick.
Right, but she doesn't have any of that context. So you're still pleading with her. You're still asking her for this.
Pleading. I'm not desperately asking her. I'm just kind of like casually
It
like, hey,
doesn't.
can I
It's
grab some
not.
salt?
I'm-
Desperately.
Pleading is when you make a request of an NPC to do something, to give you salt.
Fine,
Okay, so you are.
fine.
Okay, so let's see if you successfully even get the salt that you're trying to steal. So, I need you to roll for your skills and trading. Roll with focus here. What'd you get?
Wait, it hit the floor. Okay, 6
Okay.
plus 2.
Okay.
8.
So you got an 8. So you do this and you manage to get it into your pocket, but it kind of comes undone as it's being moved by like the ground that you're earthbending. So like half of the bag like spills onto the floor. So you've got half a bag of salt there, and now you're pleading. So you're
Fine.
gonna roll 7 through 9. So roll, and you're gonna add harmony, whatever your harmony is.
Nothing. 10.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 plus. Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Nothing.
Yeah. So she appreciates your forthcomingness and grabs one of the bags and tosses it to you. So now you have 1.5 bags of salt.
And I say, thanks so much. And I kick the empty bag because she's not paying attention to me anymore, I'm assuming. And I kick that bag that like flopped on the floor back into the pile so that it looks like it was just a casual, like from all the rustling.
No. You got the bag. You got that bag. You put it in your pocket. Just half of the salt spilled onto the floor. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. I understand.
The bag is in your pocket. It's just half full. Okay.
Got it.
So Tunzo has stolen a bag of salt.
I'm not Tunzo. What the fuck?
No. I'm just saying Tunzo has done that, and you have now also got a bag and a half.
I didn't know you stole salt too.
Yeah, he'd
That
That was
So
the whole
that was why
foot
he felt
the
behind.
whole foot thing and the.
I didn't know it was salt.
So the crew is
Whoops.
the crew is carrying all this stuff onto the ship. Over time, like this is diminishing. Are you guys assisting in any way? Or just kind of like hanging out?
I am definitely not
No.
assisting.
Okay.
I've already done enough for these people.
I've already done enough for these people. Okay. So the group starts. They get the last of the booty onto the ship. Start walking towards the ship. I'm assuming you guys are now following behind. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. You get up back onto the ship. You're basically doing the move in reverse. So Chris, you're gonna be, well, now I guess like the front of the ship, but you're at the back, but it's facing the exit, right? You're doing the move. We're having you move the water. Let's have you roll here. I'm not gonna have you push your luck because you already did this earlier. But I do want to.
So just roll with focus.
Yep, roll with focus.
A 13, 11 plus 2.
Okay, great. So you are like totally like ready to do this. The bubble starts forming over Chris's, spiraling. The bubble forms, boom, and everything happens in reverse. You go through the pool of water. You guys can see as you descend and pull out of the cave a shadow kind of like in the distance, kind of as the ship moves through, moving away from the ship. Which is the Kraken, like having wanting nothing to do with you guys. The bubble comes up out of the water, pops out into the bay. Now, clear skies above all of you, and the Chukoknok turns to you, and she's like, "You guys did well. We might have we wouldn't have been able to do this without you, so I'm going to keep my word, and we'll take you to the port of Chameleon Bay." So she starts shouting at her crew to get ready, to keep on going. So time passes, couple of hours pass, and ahead of you guys is the port of Chameleon Bay, a much bigger port town than the one that you initially set sail from. Ling is like looking so happy. He's come up to each one of you and he's like, thank you like thank you for helping her.
We all give him like a head nod and raise
Sure.
our grog, which we took from below deck. We're all just drinking grog.
Yes, the crew, yeah, and you guys are having revelry with the crew. Some of them are patting you on the back. Chukoknok, as you guys are approaching the port, says, if you guys ever consider a life of piracy, you know where to find me, and
I'll find you. I toss her a little wink,
okay. And she is a little bit like she's not into it, but she, she's definitely keeping her cards close to her chest on this. So the ship pulls up to the port, and she creates an ice staircase for you guys. They release Ling's ship from the back of the ship that it's been tugging. He's already on it. He is now like sailing back to Arrowhead Port. He's getting as far away from here as possible. So she's made this ice staircase for you guys. Are you doing anything else before disembarking?
Like, Tunzo, I'm so proud of you for not stealing anything from this ship. Why don't we all just leave and not cause any problems for the future? And I just,
all right, yeah,
just
fine.
get on the staircase and start
enough.
walking.
Yeah, I get on the staircase too because I've had a day, and I'm tired.
Okay, cool.
The fatigue's getting to me.
Are you guys gonna check? Now, here's the other thing: is also like just to be clear, like any of your possessions or anything that were on Ling's ship, you have grabbed as well.
Right.
So you have the bag of coins that Wong gave you, if you remember.
I've got the iron bar from the ship.
Longer.
I got a fishing rod that I stole.
Oh yeah, you've got the fishing. Right. Hang on. Let me just make sure I have these notes here. So Tunzo has a fishing rod.
I have rope.
You had rope, right? Yes. And Onda, what did you take?
I took like an iron hook that they used to hook like the ropes on when they anchor.
Oh, right.
Just ripped it off the side of his ship.
Okay. What an odd assortment of things to have. So you guys, okay, so no one's doing anything. You're disembarking. All right, cool. You're getting onto the port. Chukoknok gives you guys a respectful nod. Are you guys
I give
planning?
her like a long nod, like I'm looking around.
A long. Again.
Can I blow her a kiss?
Slate getting in on the
And
action.
I just snap and look at Slate, like, and I just give her like fucking death stare. Like, you better back off.
Like, she never specified what she likes, or
All right.
You
Are you
never
guys
know.
going to? Are you guys?
They are the open seas.
Well,
Queens
Spicy
might need more
days.
than one.
just adding a little salt to these wounds. And I take the salt out of my pocket and I'm like, And I
Like your
trickle it
salt
back into
bag?
my pocket.
That's precious salt. You know how fucking expensive salt is?
I trickled it into my pouches.
I know,
Between
but
the three of us,
you're
we
putting
can
in
make all the
pouches.
sea salt we want.
Yeah. I just went. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but what I'm thinking, what I'll do
This
with
is
the salt
highly
is that
refined,
salt soaks.
Onda. This is highly refined. This isn't raw salt
Right.
like
Yeah.
from a bending
No, this
process.
is like
This
from Water 7.
Exactly.
And salt soaks up water. So I'm thinking that
Sure.
I can use it to be a benefit to
Sure.
whatever we need. Or to fuck with you.
All right. Are you guys going to seek out an inn? So you guys have
We
some...
should
yeah,
rest.
of course.
Sun is setting. The sun is setting. Okay,
Let's go
cool.
sleep.
Great. And you guys
Time
head...
for a long rest.
You guys head to the nearest inn. But you guys are so kind of tired, but also... you're on cloud 9. You guys crushed it on this. You're heading to the inn. You guys don't notice the figure in the shadows watching you as you head toward the inn. And we will pick up next
we will meet
time. We will pick up next time with chapter
Cool.
3.
Next time.
What is the Avatar Korra, the announcer guy?
Yeah. It's like the Clone Wars announcement.
Yeah, it is like the Clone Wars thing. Okay, cool. So before we head out,
I have a question about these growth advancements that I
Sure.
think you've answered before.
Okay.
Does the 2 boxes mean that I need to fill both to get it, or I'm only allowed 2 for the entire playthrough?
That.
Okay, thank you.
So let's do the growth questions before we wrap up. Let's do the group growth questions first, and we'll get to each individual one. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? Yes. Each of you mark for that. You guys discovered the existence of the Kraken / crocodile.
Well, and we learned a lot about the history of the Fifth
Of the
Nation.
Fifth Nation as well, yes.
And
So
the
you
former queen.
Definitely mark a nice big check there. Did you
Teacher's
stop?
pet.
Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Oh,
yes.
fuck yeah, we
you
did.
Okay, so wait, hold on. I was full off the first one, so now I'm going down to 1.
Okay, so pick something from your sheet then, Chris. No one else has.
Okay, me as well.
Okay, hang on. So this is after the first. This is after the first question, right, Brooke? Sorry, Slate.
Nope, I was at filled growth the end of last game.
Did you add... Okay, hang on. Okay, so wait. You had filled your growth box at the end of last game. Did you do anything then? Did you, like, add a new move or do any of the stuff in the growth advancements underneath?
Did you add
No,
a
I did
plus
not.
1 to your things at the top?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
That's why one of my things is +2.
gotcha. Okay,
So I've
so
done
you
that.
you have fresh empty boxes then, right? Okay,
Yes.
so you're gonna mark 1 box for this for the first question. Chris is now
Okay.
full. So Chris, what are you thinking here?
I'm going to shift my center 1 step
Oh, okay, toward.
toward excellence.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
I can see.
So let me do that on my end as well.
Because I wanted to learn Ice Prison, but I couldn't because I have to have 1 excellence to be able to learn something by looking at it.
Oh, gotcha. Very cool.
So now the next time I see someone do a move,
Where's
I'm
that?
able to
That's
learn.
on your waterbending specific?
That's his
yeah,
prodigy.
That's my extraordinary. That's my skill.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Next question.
Sorry, I am moving. Okay.
Mine to +1 excellence.
Right. Oh shoot. Okay, I'll do this after on my end.
Yeah, I'll
okay.
just tell you what I have after.
Yeah. Okay. And Tuna, you didn't fill any boxes or anything like that.
Well, I had 1 from last time, so the next thing I get is going to be full.
You had 1 from last time.
Yep.
So now, yeah. So now he has 3, is what he's saying currently.
I have 3 currently, so 1 more, I'm going to get something.
Oh, so you have marked 2. I just because
Yeah,
you're doing the 2 questions. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I definitely did one of my things, so I'm going to be marking something.
Okay, hang on a sec. So we've done the 2 questions, which
a
means
third.
that Brooke is on 2 boxes. Chris, you're now on 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Tuna's on his 3rd. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? You have... So Chris has moved his center. So...
Well, no.
Oh,
I
no,
moved
but
my
you did
center
end...
after.
You did end... Yeah,
Yeah.
but also your balance is at your center. Your new center. So it doesn't... It is at its center anyway. So yes, all of you mark for this as well. So then that means Tuna now has a full growth.
Yeah, I'm
thing.
taking Fire Stream, a new move to increase my repertoire. It does not require any rare things. It is just a move that I am now going to have.
This is in your...
This is in my
It's a
playbook.
technique.
Oh, so
This
it's
is a fighting technique. This is a fighting technique in my playbook.
Okay, so hang on a sec. Because... Oh, where is the thing? So you... Okay, so growth advancements don't let you learn new techniques.
What?
You can take a move from your playbook or a new move from another playbook. Techniques you have to learn from a tutor or
Wait, but then what? What?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What does that mean? Because then my playbook is I'm looking at my playbook.
When you say take a new move from another playbook or a new move from yours,
it's from your moves.
Those are the moves on the
Yes.
first page. Oh shit! I didn't know we could get more of those.
Oh yes.
Oh wow. Okay, I would have done that. I'll do that next time.
Yeah.
Wait,
moves
what
are-
move? Wait, whoa! What the hell are you talking about?
That's
what?
huge.
On moves, on the front page of your sheet, there is a section called moves. You have 2 marked.
Oh.
You can pick another one of these,
That's awesome.
or you can pick another move from another sheet
That's really cool.
if you had access to that. Techniques you learn through the game based on the story, based on what's happening in the story. Or Chris can see it from other people. That's his special skill.
All right, I'm adding a move.
Okay?
Is that the best you got?
When you goad or provoke an NPC into foolhardy action, say what you want them to do and roll with passion. On a 10+, they do it. On a 7 through 9, they can choose 1 instead. They do it, but more intensely than expected, you're taken off guard. They do it, but more carefully than expected, they gain an advantage against you. Yeah, so, okay, cool. Awesome. So it's kind of like provoking someone. There you go.
Yep.
Okay, and then you guys each have questions, so let's do Tuna. Well, sorry, Tunzo, while he's here. At the end of each session, answer this question with the other growth questions. Did you get a friend to join or approve of one of your bad habits?
Absolutely.
What did we, like, because Slate...
We're stealing shit off the thing.
Right, you did in the beginning.
Chris
Right.
and I gambled. Chris and I gambled with who's
I was
gonna talk
into it
to
too.
Shoots.
He was into it. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And he was into it.
Wow,
So
you're playing people here. Okay, so yeah, then you mark another growth box. The bold Slate. Did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong or that you should have listened to someone you ignored? I don't think you did that.
No. I didn't do that.
And,
I don't think I'll ever do that.
something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. And then, Onda, did you help a companion find a significant success with their issues or lead the group in finding a significant collective success? I would say that you did.
Wait, where are you reading that? Mine
Your
says,
growth-
did you express gratitude to a companion for their present support or teaching?
I have the pillar open, not the prodigy. That's why. Sorry.
But yes.
What was the thing?
did I express gratitude to a companion for their presence, support, or teaching? And throughout the entire thing, when we were gambling, I brought up how important it was that we were doing this, whether it was him or me, and why I thought it was a good idea. And I did attempt to guide and comfort, even though it failed, but those are two different things.
Sure. I'm going to allow it. Okay, so you have... So
I'm at 3.
Okay, so you're at 3 for a new one.
Yeah, so I don't get another one.
Okay, cool. All right, well, there we go.
I'm at 3, Brooke's at 3, Tuna's at 1.
1 on a new track. Right?
I'm at 2.
No.
Tom, where do you have my excellence?
Sorry?
Where do you have my excellence?
So it was at nothing, but I'm going to move it. Like it was at 0-0, but it's going to be +1 excellence.
Okay, great.
-1 community. So I'm going to go shift that over right now. Okay, thanks guys for participating. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.